My name is Plumber, and I'm the owner and operator of Reborn Co. here in Springfield, Missouri. So these are the lessons that I learned running my startup. Okay. One of the biggest lessons that I learned as a small business owner is actually the product. When I started the business, I had no clue how to make candles, and I just kind of ran with it. So I figured out along the way quickly that you actually need to know how to make candles before you can own and operate a candle business. So I've definitely perfected from our first candles to now. I've made the brand kind of represent me as a person, and I think that's big. You know, no one wants to buy something that they can buy anywhere else for a higher price. So really making a brand is all about differentiating yourself. It's about making it represent you. It's about pouring the quality and the work into the product, you know, that make people know that it's worth it. So I would say that that's huge.
Why did you start a candle company? What's your why?
So I started a candle company because I was a college graduate and I wanted to do something for myself. So a friend and I got to talking and we decided to buy this turnkey candle company off of Craigslist. And it didn't really work out between my friend, so he wanted out of the business, and so then that left it all on me. So we really didn't do our homework. We didn't know what we were up against. There's a ton of competition, you know, big chain stores carrying candles, you know, at lower prices. It may even, you know, offer more of a product for, you know, a lesser price. So that was a big obstacle. But through the business, I've kind of developed a love for candle making. I've developed a love for people. I don't know. I think that anything you do, you have to have passion behind it, or it's not going to work out. So, Reborn Co. All my products, they represent me. They represent things that I like, so I can be passionate about those going up to my buyers.
What's a lesson you've learned as a startup?
Okay, one of the lessons would be that all your ideas are not going to work. So, by saying that, I mean, like all these creative ideas that run through your head, not everybody's going to buy them. So you need to pick the ones that are actually going to do well in the public and go with those.
How did you pick those? How did you figure out what those things were?
Trial and error actually is how I figured out how things would work and wouldn't work. I started off and I was, you know, selling all sorts of different types of candles, and where I'm at now, I focused it down to just one type of candle. So you know, not everything's going to sell to everyone. You know, you have total different demographics of people that come in to buy your product. So you just have to pick one and run with it on your ideas.
So what's something that's helped you be really successful in growing your company?
Like I always, I do test markets with my friends and my family and everyone closest. I, you know, put everything before the Lord. So I always pray about everything. I also use my network of, you know, people that I know.
So what would be the challenge, or what would you say to them if they want to start a business?
The challenges that you're going to face as a startup company or a new business, you're going to have to generate demand. If there's not already demand, you're going to have to generate it yourself. Second thing, you always need to do your homework. So, you know, for me, for instance, I didn't know how to make candles and I bought a candle company. That's not very smart. So I would say educate yourself is an important number 2. And then number 3, I would say do it wholeheartedly. So, you know, a side business is great, but if you really want to make something of it, you really have to dump a lot of passion and a lot of emotions into your product before they're going to be successful.